pre-snap penalties have been a problem for your offense at times. Just how much of that is the nature of how fast y'all go, and how do you balance that pace with being set?
Yeah, I mean, obviously we saw that in that last little drive there before the half. It kind of come into play, just our ability to get lined up and to, before the snap. And that's just really just about details. And we know the way that we play, we have to be better than that, and we have to, get our cleats in the ground and get ready to play. So that's just something that's just got to be cleaned up through practice.
How did you feel like the team responded to just kind of the noise and the environment and everything that was going on in Gainesville?
Yeah, obviously Gainesville is a crazy place to play, and so you kind of just have to take that energy that they're producing and kind of use it for your advantage, right? You can either listen to the crowd saying, cussing at you and saying all these things and stuff like that and cheering against you, or you can kind of let that fuel your fire and I guess just get more energy from it.
How hard was it to communicate on offense?
It's weird. Like when you're playing the game, you kind of get in that zone and you lock in about signals, and I can hear Hendon's voice behind me more than I can hear the crowd, and just because that's what I'm kind of focused on. At times, obviously, it got loud, and we saw some errors that we made because of it, but and that's just part of it. I think that we did a decent job overall of actually locking in and listening to what we need to listen to.
Were the only issues in communication just because of the noise?
Yeah, and just a lack of focus. We see on the film that there's a lot of things that are self-inflicted, and that's just a lack of focus and a lack of attention to detail.
It seemed like for the majority of the first half until that final drive before halftime, you handled the noise and atmosphere fine. Is that where the lack of focus comes into play?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like I said, it was all self-inflicted because we were able to handle it in the loudest point of the game. In the very beginning of the game, that's when the crowd's going to be most excited. The crowd's going to have the most energy whenever we're going back and forth. And so our ability to respond in those situations, I mean, coming back and answering with points was pretty big to see. And yeah, obviously, it didn't go as well as we had wanted to in the second half, but obviously I wouldn't say that would be attributed to the crowd noise or anything.
Do you think the young guys on this team, I know you can't speak for all of them, but do you think for the most part they understand how fine the line is? In terms of just the slightest bit of a dip can really hurt you at this level?
You mean, I think, yeah.
Losing your focus?
Right.
Or,
yeah, that's something that a lot of people often struggle with young players is they don't understand the magnitude of the mistakes that they make, or they don't understand that things off the field can impact the things that happen on the field. And so just getting everybody, honestly, the upperclassmen and the younger guys to understand that, and to, for myself even too, to kind of take that in consideration and just to be better in our process leading up to game day.
Jacob, what were those specific things you guys did to work on, visiting stadium and being so loud? Just blaring music, anything specific?
Yeah, I mean, out here at practice, we'll playing their fight songs and making sure that there's pumping in crowd noise and all that stuff, so that you're used to that environment and you can kind of focus while you're going through it and when it actually means something in the game.
How much are the coaches talking about you guys going at a much higher pace on offense and being able to get off more plays?
I mean, I think that we're still pushing it. I don't think we've reached really where we want to reach. And as far as tempo-wise, we see on the film that there's a lot of, like I said earlier, there's a lot of people not getting their feet set, allowing the defense to get aligned where they need to be because we're not able to snap the ball because of, somebody's still moving, or we're trying to get the call in, whatever it may be. So just constantly trying to push that tempo piece has been big.
Y'all going for it on fourth down a lot the last couple of games, converted most of them. What do you think about that mentality of going for it on fourth?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of our MO. That's what we're known for, I guess, is being aggressive and just playing our game. And the fourth down is just another down to us, so we're going to stick to our stuff, and we're not going to do anything crazy. We're just going to go out there and try to make a play and convert in a big time situation.
Jacob, Alante in the post game said, "We will not fall apart." You can quote me on that.
Yeah.
Why do you think he's saying that?
Yeah, I back him 100%, and that's just because that's just how this team is right now. We're all together, offense, defense, special teams. Everybody believes in each other, and we all know that once again, like I said earlier, a lot of the issues that we're having are self-inflicted, and we can change them. So it's just a matter of rallying around each other and getting it better.
Is that culture tested after a loss in like how everybody handles it, how the coaches handle the players and still keep their confidence, things like that?
Yeah, I mean, your true colors show when adversity hits, right? And so I think we've done a good job of handling the situations that we've been put in. Like I said, staying together, not turning on each other, not pointing fingers, not blaming anybody, just accepting the fact that, you know, whatever happened, and all we can do is just move on from it.
Kind of all that. Anything specific said in the locker room afterwards?
Nothing specific, just that we all still believe in each other, coach still believes in us, and that every week, no matter what, the game's going to be about us and the mistakes that we make, or, you know, the execution that we're able to have, I guess. It'll always be about us, and that's just his main message.
I know it's early in the week, but have you had a chance to look at Missouri? If so, what sticks out about them?
I mean, we haven't really gotten too much on them yet. We're still trying to clean up Florida and try to make sure we're squared away on that.
When you went back and watched Florida's tape, did you see things almost made it more encouraging? Like, hey, there were plays there that we make them were good, or
yeah,
more frustrating and upsetting that the plays were not made?
Right. It's good to see that we're being put in the right situations and the right spots to go make plays. And it just comes down to execution, which is really the frustrating part about it, because I know exactly what I need to do, and I see myself on the film making a mistake and doing something that we've corrected multiple times, and that's really where the frustration sets in for me, rather than the fact that we didn't convert this pass or whatever. It's the individual efforts that, at least for myself, that kind of bugs me.
I know you're playing more snaps these days. Do the games afterward, the next morning, are you feeling it? Like, does it feel different physically? How well do you feel like you're holding up?
I mean, yeah, it will take a toll on your body, but that's just a matter of, I've been in the training room all day trying to get my body right, my legs right, just to get ready for the next one, because the season's not going to slow up for anybody. So it's a matter of staying ahead of it and taking care of yourself.
Jacob, Florida's coach mentioned that he noticed a difference in you guys in the intensity and the physicalness from last year. How would you assess the growth in that from what you've seen?
Yeah, I mean, obviously that's big coming from our competitor, right? He can see it on the field that there's just something different about us, and that's kind of been what we want people to see this season. So that's huge coming from him.
Good. All right. Thank you.
Cool.